I'm Carmen McCain. I'm a lecturer at SOAS, University of London. I mean, I think that the direction of African cinema is exciting. It has been exciting for a long time. I think the most exciting time was when filmmakers were making films for their audiences without worrying about kind of the global audience. I do think the global I think the fact that Nollywood and Kannywood are now reaching global audiences is really exciting. Um, I think the challenge is making stories that are first maybe for a Hausa speaking audience that are still really good stories so that they capture the global audience as well. I think some of the films that I've seen recently that try to make it to a formula to capture the Netflix audience or something become really boring because they're just kind of copying the same old like Hallmark movie plot. But where people are just telling original stories that are for a household audience, often those are the ones that are some of the best stories. So I think that's something that can be said for any really good storytelling. Shakespeare, for example, right? His is his theater was able to capture kind of the Talakawa of England. They really loved his plays, and then it also captured the intellectuals. So I think the best storytelling does that. It can capture kind of a popular audience and an intellectual audience. Yeah, I mean, I think now that with the kind of more democratization of technology, where people are able to make films no matter where they're from, I think there is a lot more representation of African languages. So, for example, at one point in Nollywood history, Yoruba films were the largest films being like 70% of the films being made in Nigerian. And I think you see that all over Africa that people are able to use the digital cameras to make stories for communities in those languages. And again, I think sometimes those stories are some of the best ones because they're telling stories that are real. Um, and so I think that's happening. Even kind of with the incursion of Netflix, if people are able to tell those stories and have them subtitled, then they can still appeal to global audiences.